Hello everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Dialogues, the place where we learn real English through friendly talks, useful ideas, and simple daily practice.
Hi friends. I am Mark and I am very happy to be here with Anna today. Our topic is something many English learners feel deeply.
Yes, today we are talking about this problem. I can think in English, but I can't speak. Maybe you understand English in your head, but your mouth does not move.
Maybe you know the words. Maybe you know the grammar. Maybe you even make great sentences in your mind. But when someone asks you a question, suddenly everything disappears.
Exactly. It feels like your brain is ready, but your voice is not ready. You think, why can I understand so much, but speak so little?
This is a normal problem. It does not mean you are bad at English. It does not mean you are not smart. It only means speaking is a different skill.
That is an important point. Reading, listening, thinking, and speaking are connected, but they are not the same. Speaking needs mouth practice, speed practice, and confidence practice.
Many learners study English like a school subject. They read books, watch videos, write notes, and learn rules. But they do not train their mouth every day.
Then, when they need to speak, they feel slow, they translate, they worry about mistakes, they wait for the perfect sentence. But real conversation moves fast.
In today's episode, we will talk like two friends. We will share reasons, feelings, mistakes, and practical ways to speak better.
We will also show you that speaking English does not start with perfect English. It starts with small sounds, small answers, and small brave moments.
I like that, small brave moments. Speaking is not only a language activity, it is also an emotional activity. You need words, but you also need courage.
Yes. And today, we want you to feel relaxed. You do not need to speak like a movie actor. You only need to speak clearly enough to connect with people.
So, get comfortable. Take a deep breath. Listen carefully. And as you listen, try to repeat some sentences with us.
This podcast is not only for listening, it is also for practice. When you hear a useful sentence, pause and say it out loud.
Let's begin with the first big question. Anna, why do people feel they can think in English, but cannot speak?
I think one reason is pressure. In your mind, there is no listener. Nobody is waiting, nobody is judging. But in real speaking, another person is looking at you.
That is true. When someone waits for your answer, your body feels stress. Your heart may beat faster, and your mind may become empty.
So the first lesson is simple: if your English disappears when you speak, you are not alone. Your English is still inside you. It just needs a safe path to come out.
Beautiful. Let's build that safe path together, step by step.
Mark, let's talk about the difference between thinking in English and speaking in English. Thinking feels quiet. Speaking feels active.
Yes. When you think in English, you can stop. You can change the sentence. You can search for words slowly. There is no time limit.
But when you speak, time is alive. The other person may smile, wait, ask again, or continue. You must respond while the conversation is moving.
That is why some learners feel shocked. They say, I knew the answer, but I could not say it. The knowledge was there, but the speaking habit was weak.
Speaking needs fast connection between your brain, your mouth, your ears, and your feelings. That connection becomes stronger only with regular use.
Think about riding a bike. You can read many books about bikes. You can watch many videos. But to ride well, you must put your feet on the pedals.
Exactly. English speaking is like that. You cannot only understand the idea. You need to move your mouth and make real sound.
Some people are shy to speak alone, but speaking alone is very useful. Your room can become your first English practice place.
I agree. You can look around and say simple things. I am opening the window. I need some water. Today I feel tired, but I will practice.
These sentences look easy, but they are powerful. Easy sentences help your mouth move without too much fear.
Many learners wait until they can speak big, beautiful sentences. But that is not the best way. Short sentences are the bridge to longer sentences.
Yes, a bridge is built piece by piece. First, I like it. Then, I like it because it is simple. Then, I like it because it is simple and useful for my daily life.
That is a great example. Speaking grows when we add small parts. We do not need to jump from silence to perfect fluency.
Also, thinking in English can become too private. You may think many sentences, but your tongue never learns the shape of the words.
Good point. English sounds need physical practice. Your lips, tongue, and breath need to learn. Speaking is not only mental, it is physical.
That is why repeating is helpful. Some learners think repeating is boring, but it trains the mouth like exercise trains the body.
And you do not need to repeat difficult sentences. Start with useful daily lines. For example, could you say that again? Or, let me think for a second.
Those two sentences are gold. They give you time. They also make you sound natural, because native speakers use time, giving phrases too.
So, when you say, I can think but cannot speak, maybe your thinking skill is ahead of your speaking skill. That is not failure. That is information.
And information helps us make a plan. The plan is simple: bring English out of your head and into your mouth every day.
Now let's talk about fear. Many learners cannot speak because they are afraid of mistakes.
Yes. They think, what if my grammar is wrong? What if my accent sounds strange? What if people laugh?
These worries are common, but mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are signs that you are trying to use the language.
I always tell learners this: if you never make mistakes, maybe you are not speaking enough. Mistakes are part of speaking practice.
A mistake can feel big in your mind, but often it is small for the listener. The listener usually wants to understand your meaning, not judge every word.
That is true. Imagine someone speaks your language and makes a small mistake. Do you hate them? No. You usually feel happy that they are trying.
Exactly. So give yourself the same kindness. You do not need to sound perfect to be respected.
Let's give an example. A learner says, yesterday I go to market. It is not perfect, but the meaning is clear.
The correct sentence is, yesterday I went to the market. But the listener still understands the first sentence. Communication happened.
And after speaking, the learner can improve. They can notice the mistake and practice the better sentence.
That is the healthy order: speak first, improve next. Many learners do the opposite. They want to improve completely before they speak.
But waiting for complete readiness can become a trap. You wait 1 month, then 1 year, then many years.
So we need a new rule: I am allowed to speak simple English with mistakes. I am allowed to be a learner.
That sentence is powerful. Say it with us. I am allowed to be a learner.
Another useful idea is this: do not try to speak like a dictionary. Speak like a person.
A dictionary is perfect but silent. A person is imperfect but alive. Conversation needs life, not perfection.
I love that. Also, people do not remember your small mistakes as much as you think. They are busy with their own thoughts.
Yes, we often think everyone is watching us closely. But most people are thinking about their own day, their own problems, and their own coffee.
So, next time you speak English, try to focus on meaning. Ask yourself, did I share my idea? Not, was every word perfect?
That small change can reduce pressure. When pressure goes down, words can come out more easily.
Another reason learners cannot speak is translation. They think in their first language, translate into English, check grammar, and then speak.
That is a lot of work for one small sentence. No wonder speaking feels slow.
Yes. Imagine someone asks, what did you do today? In your mind, you may build a full answer in your language first.
Then you search for English words. Then you worry about tense. Then you worry about word order. By the time you are ready, the moment feels gone.
Translation is normal at the beginning, but if you always translate, speaking will feel heavy.
The goal is not to stop translation in one day. The goal is to create small English paths that do not need translation.
For example, the phrase, I think, should come out quickly. I think it is good. I think it is too expensive. I think we should wait.
Another useful phrase is, I feel. I feel happy. I feel nervous. I feel ready. These simple patterns help you speak faster.
You can also use, I want, I need, I like, I don't like, I have, and I can. These are basic, but they open many doors.
Let's make a small practice. Anna, I will ask you a question, and you answer with simple English.
I am ready.
What do you want to improve this month?
I want to speak English more clearly. I want to answer faster. I also want to feel calm when I talk.
That answer is clear. It is not too complex, but it gives 3 ideas. That is good speaking.
Exactly. Many learners think an answer must be long to be good. But a clear short answer is better than a long confused answer.
Another way to escape translation is to use ready phrases. Ready phrases are groups of words you remember as one piece.
Like, to be honest. In my opinion. At the same time, that makes sense. and I see what you mean.
These phrases make speaking smoother. You do not build every sentence from zero. You use blocks.
Language blocks are like small tools in your pocket. When conversation starts, you can take one out quickly.
So do not only learn single words, learn small phrases. Phrases are easier to use in real speaking.
Mark, let's talk about passive English. This is when learners understand a lot, but they cannot use it quickly.
Passive English means English you can recognize. Active English means English you can use.
That is very clear. You may recognize the word comfortable when you read it, but can you use it in a sentence right now?
For example, I feel comfortable speaking with my close friends. That is active English.
Another word is confident. You may know it, but can you say, I am not confident yet, but I am improving?
That sentence is useful because it is honest and positive. It does not say, I am bad. It says, I am improving.
Good language practice should move words from passive to active. You do that by using the words many times in speaking.
Let's choose 5 useful words for today: calm, clear, ready, nervous, and improve.
Nice. These words are simple but strong. I can say, I feel nervous, but I am ready to improve.
I can say, when I speak slowly, my ideas become clear and I feel calm.
This is how words become active. You use them in your own life, not only in a notebook.
Some learners write long word lists. That can help, but lists are not enough. A word list is like food in the kitchen. You still need to cook.
Great example. Speaking is cooking with words. You put words together and make meaning.
And you can cook simple meals first. You do not need a 5-star restaurant sentence every time.
So, when you learn a new word, make 3 simple spoken sentences with it. Say them out loud, not only in your head.
For example, the word practice. Say, I practice every morning. I need more speaking practice. Practice helps me feel stronger.
Then use the word again tomorrow. Repetition makes the word easy to find when you speak.
Also, do not try to activate too many words at once. Choose a small number. 5 words a day is better than 50 words you never use.
That is a smart rule. Small daily use beats big empty study.
So, the question is not, how many words do I know? The better question is, how many words can I use when I speak?
Now let's talk about what to do when you feel stuck. You want to speak, but no words come out.
First, use a starter phrase. A starter phrase gives your brain a little time.
Some good starter phrases are, let me think. That's a good question. I'm not sure but, and, in my opinion.
These phrases are very useful. They are not empty. They help you stay in the conversation while your brain prepares the main idea.
Let's try, Mark. Ask me a question.
What is difficult about speaking English?
That's a good question. Let me think. For me, the difficult part is speaking quickly when I feel nervous.
Perfect. You used 2 starter phrases. The answer sounded natural, and you had time to think.
Another trick is to answer in layers. Start with a short answer, then add one reason, then add one example.
For example, if someone asks, do you like learning English? You can say, yes, I do. I like it because it helps me meet people. For example, I can talk to friends from other countries.
That is a clear 3-layer answer: yes, reason, example. Learners can use this pattern again and again.
Another pattern is past, present, future. You can use it for many questions.
Yes, if someone asks, how is your English? You can say, before, I was shy. Now, I practice every day. In the future, I want to speak more naturally.
That sounds strong. It is simple, but it gives a full story.
When learners are stuck, they often search for one perfect answer. But patterns help them build answers quickly.
Exactly. Speaking is easier when you have patterns. You do not need to invent everything every time.
You can also repeat part of the question. If someone asks, why do you study English? You can begin, I study English because.
That is very helpful for beginners and intermediate learners too. It gives you the grammar from the question.
So, when you feel stuck, do not panic. Use a starter phrase, use a pattern, or repeat part of the question.
These are small tools, but in real conversation, small tools can save you.
Many learners believe they must speak fast to sound fluent. But speaking fast is not always speaking well.
That is so true. Some people speak fast, but they are not clear. Clear speech is more important than fast speech.
If you speak slowly and clearly, people can understand you. And when people understand you, the conversation continues.
Learners often say, I speak too slowly. But slow speaking can be a strength if your meaning is clear.
Also, native speakers pause too. They say, well, let me see, and, I mean. They are not perfect machines.
That is an important reminder. Real people pause. Real people change their sentences. Real people forget words.
So, instead of thinking, I must speak fast, think, I want to speak clearly and calmly.
Calm speaking gives your brain more space. When your brain is space, it can choose better words.
Let's compare two answers. First, a fast and messy answer. I think English hard because many words and grammar and I cannot say good.
Now a slower and clearer answer. I think English is hard because there are many words. Also, I need more grammar practice.
The second answer is much better. It is not difficult, but it is organized.
Organization helps speaking. You can use words like first also, but, because, and for example.
These are simple words, but they make your speech sound more connected. They guide the listener through your ideas.
For example, first I was shy, but I practiced every day. Because of that, I feel better now.
Nice. That answer uses easy words, but it feels mature and clear.
Another thing, do not be afraid of silence. A short pause is normal. You can pause, breathe, and continue.
Yes, silence is not failure. Silence can be thinking time. You can say, just a moment, and then continue.
Learners should practice slow speaking at home. Choose a short topic and speak for 1 minute, slowly and clearly.
Record yourself if you can. Then listen. Ask, can I understand my own message? Not, do I sound perfect?
Remember, slow and clear is better than fast and confused.
Now we need to talk about daily practice. Many learners ask, what should I do every day to speak better?
The first answer is simply speak every day, even for 5 minutes. 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a month.
Daily practice teaches your brain that English speaking is normal. It becomes less scary because it becomes part of your life.
Let's give listeners a simple daily plan. Step 1. Choose one small topic.
For example, your breakfast, your work, your study, your family, your favorite song, your plan for tomorrow, or something you learned today.
Step 2. Speak about it for 1 minute. Do not write first. Just speak. It can be messy. That is okay.
Step 3. Repeat the same topic again, but make it a little clearer. This second try is very important.
Yes, the first try is for finding ideas. The second try is for improving. The third try can become smoother.
This practice is powerful because you do not only study English, you train English response.
Another useful practice is shadowing. You listen to a sentence and repeat it right after the speaker.
Shadowing helps with rhythm, sound, and confidence. But choose easy audio. If the audio is too difficult, you may feel tired quickly.
Good point. Easy material can build strong speaking habits. You do not always need difficult material to improve.
You can also use question practice. Write 10 common questions and answer them out loud.
Questions like, how was your day? What do you like to do? What are you learning now? What is difficult for you?
Answer each question in 3 sentences. Sentence 1 direct answer. Sentence 2 reason. Sentence 3 example.
For example, I like learning English. I like it because it helps me understand more people. For example, I can watch videos and talk with new friends.
That is perfect practice. Simple, clear, and useful.
Another daily habit is describing your actions. While making tea, say, I am boiling water. I am choosing a cup. I am adding tea.
This may feel funny at first, but it works. You are teaching your brain to connect real life with English words.
And remember, practice does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be regular.
At some point, learners need real conversations. Speaking alone is helpful, but speaking with people gives different practice.
Yes, real conversations teach you listening, answering, asking, reacting, and staying calm when the topic changes.
But many learners feel scared to start. They say, I am not ready. Mark, what would you say to them?
I would say, start small. You do not need a 1-hour deep conversation. Start with one question and one answer.
That is good advice. You can ask, how are you? How was your weekend? What are you working on? Simple questions can open the door.
And you can prepare some safe answers. For example, I'm doing well, thank you. I'm a little busy, but everything is okay.
Prepared answers are not cheating, they are training. Actors practice lines. Speakers practice speeches. Learners can practice conversation lines.
Also, you can tell people you are learning. Say, I'm still learning English, so I may speak slowly.
That sentence removes pressure. Most kind people will understand and give you time.
Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence often comes after speaking many times.
Yes, we often think, when I feel confident, I will speak. But maybe the truth is, when I speak, I will become confident.
That is a very important idea. Action creates confidence.
Also, confidence is not the feeling that you will never make mistakes. Confidence is the feeling that mistakes will not destroy you.
Beautiful. A confident learner still makes mistakes, but they continue speaking.
Let's give a real example. A learner says, I don't know the word, but I can explain it. That is confidence.
Yes. If you forget the word, umbrella, you can say, it is a thing you use when it rains. The listener will understand.
This is called explaining around the word. It is a very useful speaking skill.
Native speakers do this too. We forget words sometimes. We say, you know, the thing for, and then explain.
So, if you forget a word, do not stop. Use simple words to explain your meaning.
Real conversation is not a test. It is a connection between people.
We are near the end of today's conversation, so let's review the main idea. If you can think in English but cannot speak, you are not broken.
You are not lazy. You are not hopeless. You simply need more active speaking practice.
Thinking in English is a great step. It means English is already entering your mind. Now you need to help it leave your mouth.
Start with short sentences. Use ready phrases. Speak slowly. Repeat useful patterns. Practice every day, even for a few minutes.
Do not wait for perfect grammar. Do not wait for perfect confidence. Speak now and improve as you go.
Remember the simple rule: speak first, improve next. If you only improve in your head, your mouth will stay quiet.
Another rule is use English to express meaning, not to prove perfection. Your goal is connection.
When you speak, focus on one idea at a time. Say it clearly. Add a reason. Add an example. That is enough for good conversation.
And please be kind to yourself. Learning to speak is a journey. Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel difficult. Both are normal.
If you feel nervous, say, let me think for a second. If you forget a word, explain it with simple words. If you make a mistake, keep going.
The more you speak, the more your brain learns that English is safe. Then your words can come faster and more naturally.
Before we finish, let's give listeners a small challenge. Today, speak English for 3 minutes about this topic. Why do I want to speak English better?
Use this pattern. I want to speak English better because. Then add 2 reasons and 1 example.
You can say, I want to speak English better because I want more confidence. I also want to talk with more people. For example, I want to join English conversations at work.
That is a strong and simple answer. Practice it today. Say it once slowly, then say it again with more confidence.
And do not only listen to this episode. Use it, pause it, repeat it. Copy useful sentences. Make them your own.
Thank you for listening to Daily English Dialogues. We hope this conversation helped you feel less alone and more ready to speak.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like this video, write a comment, and tell us what stops you from speaking English.
And please subscribe to Daily English Dialogues for more friendly English conversations, useful speaking practice, and clear daily lessons.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember your English voice is already inside you.
You just need to let it come out, one simple sentence at a time. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep going and have a wonderful day.